We're going to start with a follow-up to a story that we talked about last week. And if you recall, the fashion house Balenciaga got in some very serious trouble, rightfully so. It's all over these photos showing kids with plush teddy bear bags. The bears are wearing bondage-inspired outfits, and the brand was accused of sexualizing children. Now, Balenciaga apologized, but there's still a ton of backlash. So just this weekend, actress AnnaLynne McCord and others held a protest outside a store in Los Angeles. Other people are posting videos showing them burning their Balenciaga items. But major retailers like Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus are still selling their products. So the creative director from Balenciaga posted an apology saying, quote, "I want to personally apologize for the wrong artistic choice. I take my responsibility. It was inappropriate to have kids promote objects that had nothing to do with them." Now, the first time that we talked about this, if you remember, Jeff had a very strong take, and it ended up going viral. Take a listen.
Don't tell me this slipped through the cracks when you're getting a court case that features child pornography. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. Jeopardy's got to flip their whole production because of one person said something, but they wanted to be woke and do all that. How many other examples are there? 10, 20, 30, 40 years we're going back to cancel people? But this slips through the cracks. It's outrageous. And that people aren't outraged and skipping work with their posters and going to the courthouse or going to Balenciaga, and stars aren't wiping their Instagram and social media with all their Balenciaga gear is disgusting in itself.
Jeff, you were very passionate. Your words resonated with millions of people out there. I want to know, one, what you thought of his apology, and then two, how you've been dealing with seeing all these people agree with you and applaud you for bringing it up.
Well, I'll start there. I want to thank our show for giving me the voice that I have, right? Because I think when something goes viral, it takes on a life of its own, and people have their own opinions and agendas of why I posted. I didn't have an agenda when I posted. I'm a father of 2 kids. There wasn't a political side. There wasn't Hollywood's. It wasn't anything. I was trying to be a concerned parent, and it's concerning that it's still not out there. So thank you again for the follow-up here. And in full disclosure, when I posted it, I was nervous. And I go to my wife and I go, should I post this or not? I go, I don't know what's right or wrong or up or down anymore. This guy still has a job, but you get canceled for saying something 30 years ago. So I don't know what's right in this industry anymore. And I was scared to post it. And I go, you know what? I'm just going to post it and see what happens. Because I thought there was going to be outrage towards me. When did sexualizing children have a glass ceiling that we need to break through somehow creatively? This man still has his job. Balenciaga is still being sold in major stores, retailers, Nordstrom, all those. I don't know what to do, and it discredits everything that we've been through the last 2 years, whether it's Black Lives Matter or the LGBTQ community. When you're canceling everybody, but you're not canceling someone for this cause, next time something comes around, I'm not going to be quick to jump to your cause anymore if you're not protecting my children.
Right. This is, please go ahead.
Well, I think first to your point about being nervous about posting it, I think that is always the right time to post, and I understand the reasons why you would be nervous about posting it, because it's a lot. That's a lot of energy coming at you, whether people are agreeing with you or disagreeing with you or indifferent. But that was something that you were so passionate about, and it came from your heart, and it was really in the name of you being a father. And I think that when we look at any of these causes, anything that we've stood up and said, either I'm going to take a stand or I'm going to be a great ally, what we're doing is saying that the status quo does not work for us. What we have turned our backs on and have decided isn't important is not the way that we want the future for our children, for our nieces, nephews, whoever, to go into. And when we look at this Balenciaga campaign, in my opinion, the idea that the creative director hasn't been fired isn't even the biggest issue. The bigger issue is there's a clear institutionalization of this. If it weren't, if it were just the photos and aesthetic imagery, that would be alarming enough. But the idea that you have the U.S. versus Williams talking about child pornography in the actual ad campaign tells you that it was a deeper layer. There was a more sinister layer to this campaign. And if one person is going to be scapegoated and not even let go, then clearly they're looking for this to just go away and for the next headline to pop up. Because we have very short attention spans.
Yeah.
Well, I think both of you said all of it. I just want to ask you, Al, because I've seen, and I'm glad, Jeff, that you said, you came from the place of a parent, because I agree with you. I was right there with you. It's become politicized yet again. Why do you think certain people are globbing onto this? Of course, this should be, everybody should be talking about it, and the creative director should be fired, and there should be an investigation and whatnot, because there is a history here. However, why do you think some people are now, I got to be careful with my words, but are trying to lump it in the same arena as, let's say, drag queens reading to children and things like, because I've seen that. I mean, I want us to always unpack things and be nuanced here, and I don't want it to be convoluted where people are comparing Balenciaga to some of the other things that have become off, in my opinion, very anti-trans or anti-LGBTQIA. So I think it's important to distinguish the two, because these are two very different matters.
Right. Well, because they're teams, Sam. They're teams that people cheer for, and their side can do no wrong, and the other side is all evil. And that's the easiest way when you watch a movie. People want it laid out that literally the bad guy is in black. Like, that's the guy that the good guy has to avoid. That's how simple people need it. And people don't do nuance, Sam. Because nuance takes thinking, and nuance might mean that somebody that you like and somebody that you admire may have done something wrong too, and people's brains cannot digest that. They need to say, this guy is all bad. I think we will take a step forward in humanity when we understand that they are human beings. We are human beings, and there's incredible good and incredible evil inside of all of us at all times. You cannot separate and go through and go, oh, well, this is just like the LGBT. No, it's not. What we're talking about, if we really want to get uncomfortable, is there is a hierarchy of adults that are around any place where children are.
Right.
That's what it is. So if you like Big Ten football, we can talk about the Ohio State wrestling program, and we can talk about Penn State and Michigan State. If you like the Boy Scouts, we can talk about the fact that they had 5,000 registered pedophiles on their registry at different times. If you want to talk about the church, we can do that. If you want to talk about R. Kelly, we can go there. If you want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein, we can do that. If you want to talk about the Abercrombie and Fitch scandal, same guy, same island, we can do that. But we don't want to talk about that, because all those people interweave people that you like. You don't like Donald Trump? There's photos of him with Jeffrey Epstein. You like, Bill Clinton? He was on that flight too. So was Stephen Hawking. People don't want to have these conversations. They want good and bad, black and white. And until we grow up, Jeff, we're just going to keep lumping things together, and we'll go nowhere.
Well said, man. Beautifully said, by the way. That's what the problem is, Al. These labels that we put on, silencing people. You're a homophobe. You're racist. Man, I'm a father. I'm not trying to push an agenda up here. I'm trying to make us better. I'm trying to make this show better. I'm trying to be a better father, a better son, a better cousin. Every day I pray like that. It doesn't mean I have an agenda. Just because I pray doesn't mean I'm on this side. I'm trying to be better. And if you silence people's voices and you label them, we're not going to get anywhere. Right. I'm not on anybody's side. I know you mentioned sides. I'm not. Right. I'm on the team. Let's be better.
That's what I tell people all the time about you. It's like it's deeper than that. There's no sides. It's just like every day
I'm doing the right thing.
Do my kids have a better chance for a good life today?
Amen.
Is Erica going to have a better chance at a better life today? That's what I care about. I don't care about sides. I don't know those people. I don't care.
I love that. I love all of that. Oh, I'm so glad we're talking about it. Thank you, Jeff, for your passionate speech.
Thank you,
well done,
everyone.
Sir.
Yes.